discussing previous class like antigens. In previous class, we are discussing different types of antigens, like how to play important role antigens in our immune system, and how to protect and, different sites like T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes and the NK cells. Those functions were discussing previous class. Now today we are going to very important class. So please listen careful. If any doubt, please ask immediately within the class, within minutes. Okay. Basic structures of antibodies. Okay. In this lecture, we are discussing about different things like structure of antibody, immunoglobulin classes, and different antigenic determinants of immunoglobulins, and as well as monoclonal antibodies and genetics of antibody production. Okay, about three, these are the very important, the structure of antibody and immunoglobulins. Here, immunoglobulin, very important antibodies. Antibodies are immunoglobulin. These terminologies are both similar. Okay, both similar. These like terminologies both are single, but terminologies are different. Antibodies are immunoglobulin. Both are the same. Here, without antibody, we cannot survive. Okay. Here today we are going to discuss very important uh, aspect in our immune system. Okay. Here, antibody. Nowadays we are facing different diseases like COVID system. If who is there is less immunogen, they are affected and they are suffering more, like different problems, breathings, different symptoms. If you have more immunity, there is no symptoms will be shown in external symptoms. If you have more antibodies or more immunogens or immunogenic in your immunity in your body, so there is no disease effect with any disease. All immunoglobulins, if proper function, there is no disease. If there is any damages of immunoglobulins, so maybe chances to we're facing with different infections. Here, antibody is a specialized. We are discussing about here their structure. Antibody structures are specialized glycoprotein. These produced from activated B cells like plasma cells in response to an antigen, capable of combining with an antigen that triggered its production. Okay, we'll discuss each and everything. What is the functions of antibodies? We'll discuss. Here, the Tisslers in the term antibodies or immunoglobulin is separated from serum protein in 1939 by Tisslers. In the serum proteins, he is separated in different fragments like globulins, alpha, beta, and gamma globulins. Okay. In 1939, from serum proteins, Tisselus, he separated four fragments. Those are the globulin alpha, albumin, beta, and gamma. Antibodies are located in the alpha globulin fracture because the immunoglobulin react with the antigen. They were given the name as immunoglobulin. Okay, these immunoglobulin structure finally actually we'll discuss about this slide again. These immunoglobulins are two chains. Those are the heavy chains. Like these are the two heavy chains and two light chains. Okay. Immunoglobulin basic structure, the important structure of immunoglobulin structures, they are having two chains. Those are the two heavy chains and two light chains. Okay, two light chains are two heavy chains and two light chains. These two light chains and two heavy chains are bind with, like they are binding with sulfides, like sulfide bonds. Here, different, we'll discuss each and every one. Okay, these two heavy chains and two light chains. We are already discussing about two light chains and two heavy chains. The light chain molecular weight is 25 kilodaltons. Important. And heavy chain molecular weight is the 50 kilodaltons. Each light chain bound to heavy chain by disulfide bond. Okay, these light chains and heavy chains bounding with disulfide bonds. These light and heavy chains are binds with heavy chains, disulfide bonds. Heavy chain bounded to heavy chain sometimes. First 100% amino acids of terminal vary of both heavy and light chains are variable. Okay, this is the completely made up of or depends on our, like when we are comparison our genomic sequence of immunoglobulins, they are completely like 100% of amino acids. They are the different terminals like L terminal. We will discuss each and every. The referred to as VL, VH, and CH and CL. And CDR complementary determined regions are what binding of antigens. The remaining regions are very similar within same classes. Okay, I will explain just simply. These heavy chains and light chains are bound with disulfide bonds, two heavy chains and two light chains. And these different reactions like pepsin digestions, different applications like FC fragments, where it is the binding the antibodies like FC fragments. Those are called as the FC regions. Okay, these variable regions are called as the FC regions, and is the Fab regions or pepsin digestion regions. We will discuss about this mercaptoethanol reduction procedure. We'll discuss again how to bind. I will show the experimentally this one and mercaptoethanol production. And here different repeating domains and intra-chain disulfide bonds, heavy chains like VH, different heavy chains are there, light chains like VL and CLs, and different hinge regions. These hinge regions rich in proline residues. They are flexible. Hinge regions are found in immunoglobulin G, A, and D. Okay, we'll discuss when we are discuss again classification of immunoglobulin. Here we are discussing about the hinge region, the rich in cytosine, cysteine residues in IgM and IgE, lack of hinge region. They instead of extra CH4 domains. Okay. These antibody immunoglobulins like IgG and antibody are used the different functions. Among these, all these one immunoglobulins are constitutes around 20 to 25% of total serum protein. There are different types of immunoglobulins like IgA, IgA, IgG, IgA, IgM, IgD, and IgE immunoglobulins are classified. Okay. Here we are already discussing the basic structure of antibody molecule is a Y-shaped heterodiameter composed of 4 polypeptide chains. We know 2 identical light chains. Molecular weight 25,000 kilodaltons each. We are already discussed. And 2 heavy chains. 50,000 molecular kilodaltons are there. All the light chains or heavy chains are binding with disulfide bond. We are already discussing. All the chains have 2 ends. One is the amino terminal end NH3 and a carboxy terminal end, that is COOH. One end is the amino terminal end and another terminal end is the carboxy terminal end. The structure of antibody, there are 5 classes we know. IgG, gamma, IgA, alpha, IgM, mu, IgD, delta, IgE, epsilon. Okay, based on the heavy chains, there are two heavy chains and they are classified based on the heavy and light chains. Immunoglobulins are classified five types: IgG, like alpha heavy chain, gamma, sorry, IgG, gamma heavy chains, and IgA alpha heavy chain, and IgM mu heavy chain. IgD is delta heavy chain. Ig is a epsilon. Here, the light chains of two types. One is the kappa chain and lambda chain. These are the heavy chains: alpha, gamma, mu, delta, and epsilon. These are the heavy chains, and two light chains are kappa and lambda. Named the two light chains and heavy chains, the name is given by the after kappa and lambda, the name after Korngold and Lepre, who are originally described them. Okay, four, five heavy chains and two light chains. Okay, these are the heavy chains and the light chains. These are the which region? Anyone? Amino terminal region, and this is the carboxy terminal region. These portions are the binding of antigen. This portion, like this region, are the functions involved in different biological activities. This region, when the divide of two heavy chains at the region of called as hinge region, where they like differentiate with the bind of light chain, is called as the hinge region. Okay, this area is called as the hinge region. Here, different enzymatic digestion of antibodies. Digestion with papain yields 3 fragments and 2 identical fabs and 1 FC region. These fabs, like fragment that is the antigen binding, because found to a crystallize in gold storage, and pepsin digestion and different mercaptoethanol reduction estimation, and a different sequencing of heavy metals, very important. And these are widely applications in monoclonal antibodies productions, and binds the B cell receptors. B cell receptors is an antibody on the surface of cell, immunoglobulin IgG, and these very short cytoplasmic tail cannot transduce the signal. We'll discuss again. It is the FC region or FC receptors. Yes, FC receptors, where the bind like antibodies. This type called as the different T cell receptors or B lymphocytes or any lymphocytes, they are binding with the different lymphocytes and they function the biological activities. The FC region is very, very important to transport the antibodies across the membrane. Very important here. The FC regions, they are transport the antibodies across the membrane and secretion of immunoglobulin A across the epithelium into the lumens and transport the maternal antibodies across the placenta. Very important. Many cell types of users are FC regions. For example, mast cells, macrophages, neutrophils, B lymphocytes, T lymphocytes, natural killer cells, and FC regions are mainly play opsonization of the ADCC and polyimmunoglobulin receptors. They are the transport of antigen A across the epithelium. And we know hyper variable regions. We are already discussing many functions and how to constitute the hyper variable regions. The constitute the remain of part of IgG like completely based on the length of constitution of approximately complete amino acids like this different amino acids like for example 104 amino acids for light chains, 330 amino acids for gamma chains, and alpha and delta heavy chains, and 440 amino acids of mu and epsilon chains. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah. Here, different a single antibody molecules has two identically heavy and light chains. We are discussing about heavy and light chains, each and every one. And this is the hinge region. About the hinge region. Hinge region, it is rich in proline and cysteine, quite the flexible, allowing the immunoglobulin molecules to assume the different positions. These positions and they helps the antibody in the reaching towards the antigen. Hinge region is a sensitive to various enzymatic digestion. Here, enzymatic digestion. The hinge region, enzymatic digestion. When the immunoglobulin molecule is subjected to enzymatic digestion, it is a generate various fragments types like papain digestion, pepsin digestion, mercaptoethanol reduction. Okay, this is the basic structure of immunoglobulin. Okay, I think I hope all of you understand that about the basic structure of immunoglobulin. Okay. Yeah. I want to ask few questions about this basic structure of immunoglobulin. How many chains are there in basic immunoglobulin structures? What are they?
2 chains, heavy and light chains.
Okay. John,
Yes, sir.
Heavy chain molecular weight is
50 kilodaltons.
heavy chain molecular weight. Anyone?
50 kilodaltons.
Good. And light chain molecular weight, Shalini, are you there? Satish,
25, sir.
Satish,
25 kilodaltons.
Viswas, yeah, good. Okay. Shalini, are you there? Okay, Viswas, what type of regions is there in the basic structure of immunoglobulin? Viswas, what type of regions are there? Jan, anyone? Regions. There are two regions. One is the amino terminal region and another one is the
Carboxylic terminal end.
yes. Listen careful. It is very important. It is must and should definitely. Without this question, there is no exam for the immunology. And try to inform remaining your all friends. Please join immediately. I will go through next session like types of immunoglobulin and structures and functions of immunoglobulins and properties. Very important. Please, Viswas, Shalini, are you there? Please alert. Shalini.
Yes, sir.
Be alert, ma. Be alert. Okay. Are you listening any classes? Otherwise, Viswas. Yeah, somebody raise hand. Viswas.
Sir, good morning, sir. Present, sir.
Yeah. And Jan.
Yes, sir.
Jan, you put the message once again and coming slides are very important. Listen once. Try to listen, all of you. Don't once again told you it is very important class. Very important. Listen carefully. Okay. Intimate all your friends. If no one is joined, please immediately join like this. Okay, I will continue the another session. Till now, we are discussing about immunoglobulin basic structure. Okay. What is the basic structure of immunoglobulin? Anyone? Those are the two heavy chains and two light chains. Two heavy chains and two light chains binds with the disulfide bonds. At one terminal region is the amino terminal region. That is this type of region is a amino terminal region, and this end is the carboxy terminal end. These are the bind with the disulfide bond. I will explain once again the basic structure, complete view. Okay, and this, where is the like two heavy chains are bind like flexible separation of the two heavy chains region is called as the hinge region. Okay, hinge region, and these hinge regions are helpful for the immunoglobulins to fluctuate or to separation of the divide of the two both heavy chains, and these two light chains. Okay, these are the two light chains. These are the variable region bind with the disulfide bond, and these are the heavy chains, two heavy chains. These also called as the constant FC regions. These are also called as the constant FC region. These are called also variable region. Okay, based on the main function of immunoglobulins, they are the antigen binding by the Fab region, protection of the host, and interaction with the antigens, and valency of antibody refers to the number of Fab regions it possesses. It is a simple monomeric antibody molecule, has valency of 2. Main function of immunoglobulin: antigen binding, protection the foreign pathogen. These are the protect from foreign particles, and interact with the antigens, and the valency of antibody, a number of Fab region it possesses. We'll already discuss the basic structure of when we are discussing about the antibodies like immunoglobulin, FC region, and variable regions. These we are already discussing about the FC regions. These are the fixation of complement. Here, complement, the antibody coating the target cell binding to complement through the FC region, and which leads to complement mediated lysis of the target cell. The binding to various cell types: phagocytic cells, different lymphocytic cells, platelets, mast cells, NK cells, eosinophils, basophils, FC receptors, everything that binds to FC region of immunoglobulin. Very important. Binding to various cell types, all these things. And binding can activate the cells to perform same biological functions. Some immunoglobulins like IgG also bind to receptors on placental trophoblast. Placental trophoblast, which result in the transfer of immunoglobulin across the placenta. We will discussing about this, like immunoglobulin IgG again at hypersensitivity reaction. These immunoglobulin are very important at placental trophoblast, which results the transfer of immunoglobulin across the placenta. Okay. Based on heavy chains, there are 5 classes. We know immunoglobulins are classified 5 types. Immunoglobulin G, we are already discussed. What are the immunoglobulin A, immunoglobulin M, IgD, and IgE. Now we are discussing about what is the function of immunoglobulins and what is the properties of immunoglobulin in the immune system. We are discussing again. Coming to the immunoglobulin G. Immunoglobulin G is a constitute about 70 to 80% of total immunoglobulin. It is a largest immunoglobulin. IgG has a maximum, it is produces the daily in our immune system. IgG is production every day. It is a longest half-life of 23 days. Important. It is a highest total immunoglobulin in around 70 to 80% of total immunoglobulins of the body. IgG has a maximum daily production. It is the longest half-life time, around 23 days. And it is also having highest serum concentration in our immunoglobulins. These IgG are 4 subclasses. Immunoglobulin G are 4 subclasses. Those are the IgG1, IgG2, immunoglobulin G3, IgG4, all the different from each and other. The amino acid sequence of the constant region of their gamma chain, heavy chain. These all immunoglobulin, IgG immunoglobulins are completely different. Each and other is different from immunoglobulins. The subclasses of vary in their biological functions, length of hinge region, and number of disulfide bridge. Immunoglobulin 3 has a longest hinge region with the 11 interchain disulfide bond. Immunoglobulin 3, IgG 3 has a longest. Among these IgG4 subclasses, IgG is a longest hinge region. Okay, and functions of immunoglobulin G. It is can cross the placenta, hence provide the immunity to fetus and newborn. Very important question, very important point. Immunoglobulin G definitely question. This is the wherever you go, like any central universities or any state universities, 99% of question coming from the immunoglobulin, that is the IgG. Like among the IgG, the main function, very important, it is a provide the immunity to fetus and newborn babies. Among these subclasses, IgG2 has the poorest ability to cross the placenta. And these IgG are they play very important role in complement fixing. It is the complement fixing ability to of different subclasses like IgG, Ig1, Ig2. Here, Ig4 does not fix the complement fixation. Okay, IgG 1, 2, and 3, they are fix the complement fixation, but IgG4 does not fix the complement fixation, and it is play very important role in phagocytosis. Okay, I hope all of you understand this slide, very important. And these mediates the precipitation, immunoglobulin G mediates the precipitation and neutralization of different reactions. It is played major role in neutralization toxins, as it is can easily diffuse into the extravascular space. Okay, every day we are consuming different toxical foods. So these immunoglobulins play a important role or major role to neutralize of toxins. It can easily diffuse into the extracellular space. These immunoglobulins, IgG, is raised after a long time following infection and represent the chronic and fast infection recovery also. And these are very play important role in coagulation. Okay, this is the immunoglobulin G. I hope all of you understand about the immunoglobulin G. Okay, anyone? Yeah. Chandrika, how many subclasses of immunoglobulin G? Chandrika.
Sir,
How
good morning,
many?
sir.
Yeah, good morning. How many subclasses of immunoglobulin G?
4, sir. G1,
Okay,
G2,
what are
IgG.
they?
G1, G2, G3, G4, sir.
Yeah, good. Don't hurry, be cool. Okay. Then, Rampriya, which one is the subclasses? The major sub immunoglobulin is which one? Which one is the largest sub immunoglobulin among the IgG? Rampriya, are you there? Viswas?
Sir, present, sir.
Yeah, which IgG? Yeah, IgG is a 4 subclasses. Among the 4 subclasses, which immunoglobulin is the largest immunoglobulin? Anyone?
IG3, sir.
Sorry,
IG3, sir.
IG?
IG3 is the
IG3.
longest immunoglobulin.
Okay, IG3. Yeah. Which one is a play very important role for the immunity to fetus? Which immunoglobulin in IgG? Which subclass is transfer the immunity to fetus? Anyone?
IgG, sir.
IgG. Okay, good. Yeah. IgGA, but which subgroup?
IgG2.
IgG2 is transfer the immunity from mother to infants or fetus. Okay, this is the immunoglobulin G. Shall I continue the class, or you will take a short break? Okay, I will continue. And coming to the immunoglobulin M, IgM. Okay, we are discussing previous slides the functions of immunoglobulin G and types and structure, already discussing. And next slide is coming slides are immunoglobulin M or IgM. Among all immunoglobulins, IgM has highest molecular weight. Remembering this one, among all the immunoglobulins, the highest molecular weight is the immunoglobulin M. The maximum sediment coefficient. The maximum sedimentation coefficient is a 19S, present only in intravascular compartment, not in body fluid or secretes. Okay. When we are observing the IgM structure, it is a pentameric. Okay. 5 monomeric units. A single unit is called as the monomeric. Like 5 monomeric units like IgM exist in both monomeric and pentameric forms. Okay, pentameric forms, 5 chains, 5 immunoglobulins, like 5 monomeric units are and pentameric forms. That's why the IgM is a very highest molecular weight in all immunoglobulin because it is made up of the pentameric unit. When the present as a membrane-bound antibody on B cells, it exists in a monomeric form. These all monomeric units are bind with a J chains. These are also called as the J chains. They are binding with the J chains like structures. When present in secrete the form, it is a pentameric in nature. Okay, are you understand? It is sometimes it is a monomeric and sometimes it is a pentameric forms. When the present has a membrane-bound antibody on B cells, it exists in monomeric form. When present in the secreted form, it is pentameric in nature. Here, different functions of immunoglobulin M: acute infection, complement fixing, antigen receptor, act as a opsonizing, protect against the intravascular organs, mediate the agglutinations. Different functions about the IgM: acute infection, complement fixing, antigen receptor, act as a opsonization and protection against the intravascular organism, mediates the agglutination. Okay, and that is the immunoglobulin M structure. Okay, we are already completed IgG and IgM structures, functions, and properties. And next immunoglobulin is the IgA. Before entering immunoglobulin A, you will take a small break, like just 1 or 2 minutes only. It is more enough. Take relaxation. Hope you understand, all of you. Understand the immunoglobulin G and M. And we have remaining 3 immunoglobulins is there. Gunasri.
Sir.
Gunasri.
Sir.
Yeah. IgM structure. It is a monomeric or pentameric?
IgM pentameric, sir.
IgM pentameric. Why? Any idea? Yeah. Exactly. It's bound.
Bound antibody. It bonds an antibody B cell, sir. So.
And among the all immunoglobulins, which immunoglobulin is the highest molecular weight? Shalini?
IgM, sir.
IgM, yes. Rampriya, are you there, ma? Pranati, what is the major function of immunoglobulin M? Any functions of immunoglobulin about the IgM? Pranati,
Acute infection.
acute infection, good. Any additional functions are there? Anyone?
Antigen receptors, sir.
Antigen receptor.
Complement.
Okay. Yeah.
Complement
Good.
fixation.
Complement fixation. John, from you, any functions about
Sir, antigen
immunoglobulin M?
infection.
Antigen.
Infection.
Mediate
Okay.
agglutination.
Protection against.
Okay, good. Viswas, from you,
Sir, immune regulation, immune tolerance.
good. Satish, what? Satish, Rampriya, be alert for next time facing question. Okay, I think you are there, not there, I don't know. You are not responding.
Sir.
Rampriya, yeah, sir.
Sir.
Yeah. Any function of immunoglobulin G?
Protection of host.
Protection of host. Okay. What is the major function of immunoglobulin Z? I am asking about immunoglobulin Z. Okay. Rampriya, are you there? Listen, Satish, careful. Next time, listen. That's all. When you are reading, it is because why I am asking, it is a very important. Wherever you go, immunoglobulins with you and with your immune system, it is protect our whole immunity. Without immunoglobulin, if any immunoglobulin damaged, we cannot survive. We can survive, but we are facing different infections, diseases. Nowadays, the central government and state government, they are motivated so many times. When we are infected with the different diseases, they are given immunogens. Those type of immunity is called as the adaptive immunity. That is the secondary thing. Okay. If we have our immunity is good, we no need for checking the external external immunity doses, because all the immunoglobulins, when we are is healthy, they are activated every day. Yeah, I want one question again from immunoglobulin Z. Anyone? The shelf life of immunoglobulin Z, how many days?
23.
Very good. Anyone? Any objection with Satish's answer? I think there is no objection. Now I will continue the next immunoglobulin. Please don't quit, ma. We have just another 12-13 slides are there. Don't tense. It will be cool and don't we are going to cool because it is very important. If there is any doubts, please ask me in the short seconds. Don't last your marks in different entrance examinations. 1 second. I want to take attendance from you. 1 second. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, I already checked the attendance. Okay, I will post the group after completion the class. Okay, then remaining another immunoglobulin. We are discussing about IgG and IgM, and next to immunoglobulins. Yeah, please be alert. I will take one more time attendance. No problem. Someone joined just now. Don't quit. I will take another time. Yeah. Next immunoglobulin is the IgA. IgA is a second most abundant class of immunoglobulin next to IgG. Okay, it is constituting about 10 to 15% of total serum immunoglobulin. It exists in both monomeric and pentameric form. The serum of immunoglobulin A is predominantly in monomeric form. Important. IgA in serum is predominantly in a monomeric form. Here, IgA is a secretory, it dimeric nature. Okay, it is a binding with two monomeric units, bind with it same region like FC region, two monomeric subunits bind at FC region. I already, which one is the FC region? Which one is the amino-terminal region? I already discussed in detail about this, the basic structure of immunoglobulin. Okay, these two immunoglobulins are two monomeric units are bind at FC region. This region is called as a J region, J chain found. I will once again discuss about this one. Here, those are the basics. When we are observing the basic structure of immunoglobulin, two light chains and two heavy chains. These are the light chains, and these are the blue one is the light blue one is the heavy chain, and dark blue one is the light chain. The yellowish colored, the S-shaped, S-line shaped structure is called as a secretory component. It is the bind with the both like two monomeric unit at the region of FC region. This region is called as a J chain. Okay, this is the heavy chain and this is the light chain. This region bind with the J chain at the region of FC region. Okay, the secretory component location is predominant antibody found in body secretions like milk, saliva, tears, intestinal and respiratory tract mucosal secretions. Very important is secretory component locations. Okay, these secretory components is derived from polyimmunoglobulin receptor present on the serosal surface of the epithelial cell. Okay, it is a different secretion, the secretions of predominant antibody found in the body secretions like milk secretions, saliva, tears, intestinal and respiratory tract mucosal secretions. Different sections, many major play very important role. And functions of the immunoglobulin A: local or mucosal immunity. This effective against bacteria like Salmonella, Vibrio, Neisseria, and viruses like polio and influenza, as well as COVID, everything is effective against the different bacteria, viruses, and fungus. Okay. When the breast milk is rich in secretory of immunoglobulin A, important question for entrance purpose. Breast milk is rich in secretory of immunoglobulin A and provides good protection to the immunologically immature infant gut system. Okay, IgA is provided very immunological immature infant in gut system. Breast milk is a rich secretory of immunoglobulin A. The formation of the secretory of immunoglobulin. Dimeric secretory of immunoglobulin A is synthesized by the plasma cell. It is situated near mucosal epithelium. J chain is also produced in the same cell. and it is secretory component protects IgA from denaturation by the bacterial protease produced by the intestinal flora. Okay. Here, the formation of immunoglobulin A. How to immunoglobulins are formation. Here, the secretory immunoglobulin A binds to polyimmunoglobulin receptor. Okay. These receptor immunoglobulin complex endocytosite into the mucosal epithelial cells. Okay, secretion of like IgA is a basal surface of the mucosal epithelium and polyreceptors. Here, IgA complex is a endocytosis into mucosal epithelial cells. Receptor is a partially cleaved, leaving the behind a part of secretory component. These are the subsequently secretory, the immunoglobulin A complex of the dimeric immunoglobulin A with J chain. Okay. Here, the subsequently the receptor partially cleaved. The receptors are partially cleaved, and the enzymatic cleavage. Subsequently, immunoglobulin A complex of dimeric immunoglobulin A with the J chains. Here the J chains and secrete the component is released into the mucosal secretes. And different subclasses of immunoglobulin A, those are the IgA1 and IgA2. Depending upon the amino acid sequencing, these are constant region of the heavy chains. These are the two isotopes. Those are the IgA and IgA1 and IgA2. That is a immunoglobulin A. Okay. And next one is a immunoglobulin E. Immunoglobulin E is a lowest serum concentration. It is a very short life. A minimum daily production. It is a daily production. Only heat labile antibody inactivated at 56 degrees centigrade in 1 hour has affinity for the surface of tissue cells, mainly mast cells of the same species, homocytoparism. Main functions of the Ig is the mediator of hypersensitivity 1 reactions, and immunoglobulin E is the evaluated in helminthic infections. Here, very important, immunoglobulin E is a lowest serum concentration, short life. For example, when we are getting the like dust particle, sometimes the like itchings, allergen reactions, like sneezings, different reactions will be appearing within the short term. The half-life time is a very short. For example, any persons, they are traveled like on a bike, the dust particle are affected in with the nose, like some pollutions, they are like some persons, they are infection, immediately infection when they foreign particle, they are like if where immunoglobulin E is not strong, we are facing with like this infections like dust allergies and different allergens, different types of infections. Okay, we are discussing about this immunoglobulin E detailed at coming classes like hypersensitivity 1 reaction, how to create a different allergic reactions, and how to cure about the different allergens into the last immunoglobulin, how to affect and how to cure with the immunoglobulin E. So when we are orally, we have facing with the different like, for example, we are taking cetirizine, different cetirizine. For example, where immune system is high, immunoglobulin is lost, we are facing with the, we are taking the oral immunoglobulins. Okay, so the major we are discussing again the helminthic infections. Okay, and coming to the immunoglobulin D. Immunoglobulin D is found in membrane Ig on the surface of B cell and act as a B cell receptor along with immunoglobulin M. Okay, IgD is found as a membrane G immunoglobulin on the surface of B cell, and it acts as a B cell receptor along with the immunoglobulin M. It has a highest carbohydrate content among all the immunoglobulins. No other function is known for the immunoglobulin D so far. It is a very lower functions of the immunoglobulins compared to all. Okay, it is a complete overview of the immunoglobulin. If possible, you take a screenshot like this slide. Very, very important for, it is easily read, completely like complete function, like except functions, the about the immunoglobulin structures, how many units are there, and how to formation of the like how many useful forms are there, subclasses and molecular weights and serum levels, everything is there in this slide. Okay, for example, if we are discussing about the immunoglobulin Z, it is a monomer unit and 2 valences units are there, and there is no chains and different subclasses of immunoglobulin G The molecular weight is the 150 kilodaltons. Okay. And the serum levels like 9.5 to 12.5 serum levels. Approximately total serum of the immunoglobulin, it is a occupied 85%. The half-life times a day, each and every immunoglobulins is present here. The dairy production mg per kg every day, daily production of immunoglobulin per day, it is a very IgG is very important. Approximately 34 mg per kilograms is produces every day. Compare then E is very less immunoglobulins. When it is production stop, for example, immunoglobulin IgE is production is very less, then we are facing with the different immediate hypersensitivity like coughing, sneezing, like different allergen reactions. Okay, and half-life time also is very less. Complete. It is a different properties like complete whole pictures. It is a continuous slide about the properties of various immunoglobulins. Okay, and if possible, take this slide also screenshot. And coming to the antibodies act as a immunogens. Antigenic determinants on the antibodies falls in a 3 categories. Those are the isotopic, allotopic, and idiotopic. Here, isotopic, the 5 classes of immunoglobulins and their subclasses are called as isotopic. Okay, this region is called as the isotopes. Very form each and other amino acids are sequence of the constituent regions of their heavy chains. Such variation is called as the isotopic variations. And constant region of immunoglobulin antibodies. If you inject antibody in a different species, okay, anti-isotope is generated. Constant region of antibodies. If you inject antibody in a different species, anti-isotype is generated. If within same species, no anti-isotopes are generated. Okay. For example, we are taking a different antibiotics when we are suffering with the different diseases like penicillin. Some persons, they are like when we are injecting the penicillin injections, so sometimes they are formation of the allergic reactions. If they are not suitable, they are from the allergic reactions surrounding the when we are injecting the place. So here, like different types of isotopes and isotypes. These isotypes are the unique amino acid sequences like different regions, VH and VL regions, and one member of the species act as an antigenic determinant to the other membrane of the same species. Such antigenic determinant are called as the idiotopes, and the sum total of idiotopes and immunoglobulins are constituent its idiotypes. Coming to the idiotypes in an individual arise continuously from the mutations. Okay, for example, when we are working at the laminar airflow, our skin will be exposed with UV radiations. So when we are exposed with the UV, the mutations will be started. These idiotypes are replace our DNAs or RNAs at the same position. Idiotypes act as a autoimmune response because they are present in small members. And coming to the allotopes, antigenic determinants present in the isotope genes in the constant region of hinge region. Okay, and heavy chains and heavy chains encoded by the multiple alleles. All members of species inherit the same set of isotope genes. Multiple allele exist for the some of the allergic genes. And these allotype genes are in humans. Different allotype markers have been characterized of humans. They are the kappa light chains, gamma heavy chains, and alpha heavy chains. They are the measured on kilo per system, grams per system, AMs per system. These antibody to allotype determinants can be produced by the injecting antibodies containing these determinants from the one membrane to another within given the species. These allotypes are very, very important for the development of the blood transfusion by the maternal passage of the immunoglobulin to the fetus. Okay, these are the isotopic, allotopic, and idiotopic determinants. And coming to the one more small topic is there among the immunoglobulins. Then we will be taking another 1 to 2 more minutes short break. Okay, we will continue after 1 to 1 minute, 1 to 1. Yeah, we'll continue another session. Is a very maybe 5 to 6 minutes is more enough about the next slides. Coming to the hello, hello,
Yes, sir.
audible all of you. Hello,
Yes, sir.
Sir.
hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Sir, okay, sir. Audible.
This was.
Audible, sir. వినిపిస్తుంది.
Hello.
హలో, వినిపిస్తుంది, సార్.
One second. Connection is disconnected. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hey, audible? No, 1 second. Sorry. What's happening? Hello. Hello, వినొస్తుందా నాన్న ఎవరికి? Hello.
వినిపిస్తుంది సార్. హలో సార్.
Hello.
Sir, వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
Hello.
సార్ వినిపిస్తుంది, సార్. వినిపిస్తుంది.
Yeah, anybody please reply me.
సార్, everyone are
Hello.
responding, సార్.
What's happening here? Okay, but your voice is not audible. Some connection is there, problem. I don't know. Okay. What's happening? Hello. Hello.
హలో సార్.
Sir, your voice is audible.
Hello. Hello.
Sir, it's audible. You can continue, sir.
మా వాయిస్
No.
ఎందుకు సార్? మీరు కంటిన్యూ చేయండి, సార్.
Yeah, please anybody reply me on my WhatsApp number. It is audible or not audible, I don't know exactly. I mean, maybe it will be take 5 more minutes is enough. But unfortunately, yeah. But your voice is not audible to me. Okay. some, yeah, here monoclonal antibody. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I will continue. Monoclonal antibody. Antibodies divided from a single clone from plasma cell. Nowadays, here antibodies, monoclonal antibodies. Now all the vaccinations are developed through this system, like monoclonal antibodies. Antibodies derived from a single clone from plasma cell, all having the same antigen specificity. Okay, nowadays we are every day all governments, like state governments, all state governments and central governments nowadays regularly vaccination program, vaccination runs. They are how to like extract the vaccines and how to produce the vaccines. So the vaccines are production from this monoclonal antibody system through this technology through. Okay, then the antibodies derived from single clone from the plasma cells, all having the same antigen specificity that produce against a single epitope of an antigen. Here, these monoclonal antibodies are wide applications like diagnostics, diagnostic, imaging, immunotoxins, monoclonal antibody to clear the pathogens, different types of like whatever may be. All antibodies are antibiotics, not antibiotics. Immunizations are the comes from through this technology. And polyclonal versus monoclonal, we are discussing about how to produce the monoclonal antibodies here. Used unsafe splenic B cells. I will show the here next slides. Here, for example, how to produce procedure of the monoclonal antibodies like hybridoma technique. This type of technique is also called as hybridoma technology. Through hybridoma technology, nowadays a different variety of vaccines, a different industries, they are developed a variety of vaccines. Here we know nowadays the corona vaccines like Covishield, Covaxin, Johnson and Johnson, Greenchem, different each and every countries, they are developed a variety of vaccinations through this technology. Okay, for example, the polio vaccines or any vaccines. Here we go the how to produce the vaccines and how to like different stages are there. We're again studying about these like monoclonal antibodies again, like later class. It is a complete 1-2 hour class. We will discussing again. I will show just briefly here the like we are taking a like antigens. We are giving the antigens to mice and spleen the B cells. We are giving to mice to different mice or rats, whatever may be different animals, and spleen the B cells. These spleen B cells are the human growth from promoter to positive. Okay, These are the related to human antigen related. And coming to the, we're taking the another side, cell culture with the myeloma cell lines, myelomial cell lines, like human beings or animals, whatever may be. Myelomial cell lines are taken into the mix both, like spleen mice or rat B cells and myelomal cell B cells in double mutated cells are the mix and fuse the polyethylene glycol in PEP, polyethylene glycol in both humans and rat cells are mixed together. Then these are the grow on hat medium. Hat medium. Here, hat medium stands for, I will show the hat medium. Here, it is a purification of subculturing hat medium. The next step is the remove the, it is a unwanted cells, the propagate the clone of hybridoma cells. Okay. These carried out by the subculturing the cell lines reaction the chamber into the special media is called as a hat medium. Hat medium is useful for a separation of the hybridomas, like these hybridoma cells. These are the myelin cells. It is cannot bind with the micelles, and these spleens is the B cells grow in the dilysol. It is a, when we are culturing in the hat media, okay, and both are the like separated. These grown cells are will die after sometimes. The myelomal cells can be grown also hat medium after the after growing. The select the hybridoma cells. These are the hybridoma, mean hybridoma stands for hybridization, like two different genes are cloned at a stage is called as the hybridization. We are seeing in the different seeds like BT seeds, hybrid seeds, maize, BTs, whatever may be. All those technologies developed through this hybridoma technology. Two genes are mixing at single point of view is called as hybridoma technique. Here, these hybrid are developed propagate clones are again injected through mouse and as well as to another plate, and harvesting the how many antibodies are producing. Like in mice, less than mammalian, less antibodies are producing, and mammalian cells are produces the very highest range of mammalian productions. The types of monoclonal antibodies: human anti-mouse antibodies. Human and mouse antibodies is called as a HAMA. Different types of monoclonal antibodies are there, like mouse and chimic and different humorized monoclonal antibody, human and monoclonal antibody, different sectors are there. And what are the applications of monoclonal antibodies? Here, different applications are there. Monoclonal antibodies can be used the purity of individual molecules from the mixture, even they are present in the low concentration, and coagulation factor identification of cells and clones, and TH and TC cells are identified. And coming to the different applications of monoclonal antibodies, monitoring the proteins and drug levels in the serum, positive immunity. Host express the prophylaxis against the various infections. Prophylaxis against the various infections. Monoclonal antibodies are targeting the specific antigens and infecting the organisms can be administered. Example, immunoglobulins against the hepatitis B, rabies, tetanus, COVID, different like. And these are the multi-gene organization of the immunoglobulins. There are three basic principles of the model which are the summarized below. Immunoglobulins are molecule is not coded by the single genes. Heavy genes are variable genes, and different gene segmentations like variable regions, D-diversity, joining, C for the constant genes, and different light chains are coded by the three genes VGA and C segments. IgG genes are like encoded by different chromes and multiple genes. And these monoclonal antibodies, the main function is the rearrangement of DNA and RNA levels. Here, the DNA level arrangements is the splicing between the DNA segments of variable regions, both high and lower chains. The heavy chains gene region undergoes the rearrangement first, followed by the L chain gene region. Okay, and H and VD joining occur first, followed by the VDJ joining. These are the here these whatever may be, all these things they are the replacing the our immunoglobulins of RNAs and DNA. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, any doubt, please ask me, ma. I want. Hello. Yeah. Yes. What doubt, Nana? Actually, all muted. I don't know. One second, one second, one second. If, yeah, may I audible? Hello?
Sir.
Hello? Yeah. Ram, yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. What is the major immunoglobulin among the all immunoglobulin? Which immunoglobulin is the major immunoglobulin? Anyone? Hello? Sirisha? Sirisha? Hello? What happened? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Among the all immunoglobulins, we have studied around 5 immunoglobulins. Okay. Which one is the highest molecular weight of the immunoglobulin? Which one is the highest molecular weight in
IgM, sir.
immunoglobulin?
IgM is highest
Because
molecular weight.
okay, which immunoglobulin is secreted for the
IgA.
milk?
IgA, sir. IgA, sir.
Chandrika కాదు IG
IgA, sir.
IgA. Okay, which immunoglobulin is a pentameric unit?
IgM, sir.
Only IgM?
Yes,
Only
sir.
IgM is a pentameric? Sure.
Yes.
Which immunoglobulin is classified as 4 subclasses?
IgG.
Yes, sir. IgG.
Yeah. IgE half-life time is Ig immunoglobulin E half-life time is immunoglobulin E.
2.5.
Sorry,
2.5, sir.
2.5 days or hours? .5 days or hours? Which one is correct?
Days.
Okay. Which one is the shortest lifespan of the immunoglobulin?
IgE, sir.
IgE. IgE molecular weight? Anyone? Yeah. I want to take attendance again.
Around 180, sir.
Yeah. Around 180.
180, 180 to 190 reference.
Yeah, if anybody want to join, please join immediately. I want to take one more time attendance for the posting of the group. Yes. Okay. Thank you. If any doubt, please ask me. We'll meet again next class. Okay. I hope all of you understand this immunoglobulin lecture, and then we will continue next lecture with the which topic? Any ideology? Thank you, one and all.